Hey, good morning, everybody. 3:30 in the morning, Sunday or Monday morning. Listen, I've been up all night. I'm tired. I'm cranky. When I say today, I mean Sunday. If I happen to say tomorrow, that means today, Monday. Uh, the fall of Afghanistan. Man, you know, we've heard this, or we have been told that this is coming. Um, Trump announced that we would be pulling out of Afghanistan. It was supposed to happen the 1st of May. Uh, the imposter got in the White House and decided he needed symbolism, number one. But the main thing is his handlers did not want Donald Trump to have credit for ending that war. So they pushed it back to September 11. Symbolism over substance. Um, the Afghan people are kind of funny people. They don't really think like we do. The Taliban is shit people, but yet when they make an agreement, they expect it to be honored on all sides. And what Biden did was, in their eyes, very dishonorable. He backed out on a signed agreement that had been made. And they've spent the last several months going around the country, taking over and talking to people, convincing people that, hey, the U.S. is a piece of shit. They went back on their word. Join us, fight with us. And that's what's been happening. And we have not naturally been hearing a word about it. And the Taliban slowly been taking over the country. They took over the whole southern half of the country. Maybe you heard about it. I sure didn't hear a word about it. The Afghan government finally decided they needed to send some reinforcements down that way to try to handle it, and they sent some people south, and immediately the Taliban went north and took the northern part of the country. And last week, Mr. Biden assured us that the Afghan government's not going to fall because they've got 300,000 well-armed soldiers against 75,000 Taliban. And today I get up. Hey, Megan. Hey, Nicole. Thanks for coming in. Well, let me go back to what? Friday. I'm tired, so forgive. We're not going to be anywhere near even try to be professional tonight. I'm just going to rant. But I think it was Thursday or Friday, and we were told, or maybe the middle of the week. Hell, I don't know. But we were told 90 days that Kabul could hold out for 90 days. And then maybe Friday or Saturday, it was, well, it may fall in a week. And this morning, the Taliban are in the streets of Kabul. The president and the cabinet, whatever they have over there, has fled the country. The embassy looks like Vietnam in 1975 with helicopters flying over the top of it and pulling people out of the yards and all this stuff. I heard just a very late report that the U.S. military and all of our friends are confined to the airport there in Kabul. And it's, gunfire. I heard there was gunfire. Things have gone to shit over there. And, the sad part is, all right, Biden moved his deadline back to leave the country, which actually gave himself more time to get ready to leave the country. Gave himself time to get all that billions of dollars worth of equipment that was sitting over there out of there. But now the Taliban is the best armed force in Afghanistan. Thank you, Joe Biden. Now, I keep looking down at notes. And I did a little research today, and I want to talk about what this means a little bit. That war has lasted almost 20 years. You might as well go ahead and say 20 years. Hello, Barefoot in Arkansas. Welcome. 20 years. A lot's happened to me in 20 years. But in the last 20 years in Afghanistan, 2,450 U.S. service people have died, young men and women. 3,950 U.S. contractors have died. They've had worse luck than the soldiers. Afghan military has lost 66,000 people. Excuse me, 66. Our other allies in other countries have lost 1,150. And listen to this, 47,000 Afghan civilians. Wasted. And Biden pulls these people out and it means nothing. We did manage to kill 51,000 Taliban, but they're recruiting like crazy because they've got over 5,000 prisoners that have been released from jail. All kinds of Al-Qaeda, ISIS, bad people. China's going to take over the poppy crop, I guess, and start refining more fentanyl to send to the United States. So there's another issue. And all this is Joe Biden's fault. Of course, Joe Biden's on vacation. Nobody can find him to get a statement or talk to him or anything. The last I heard, he claims zero responsibility for anything that's going on in Afghanistan. Donald Trump. I'm pissed off about this, man. In addition to those casualties, my friends, we're looking at 22 suicides every goddamn day because of what those young men and women had to do and had to see and had to go through. And to me, Biden has spit in the face of every person that was there, every family that lost somebody there, every poor guy or every poor girl that's maimed for life. They'll never be the same. There was over 20,000 people wounded in that fiasco. 20,000. And they are not being taken care of the way they deserve to be. That's for damn sure. Now you get all this going on, and then you got to look at our southern border. How many of those terrorists are going to make a beeline for Mexico? And they'll be here by the 1st of September. And nothing's being done about it. This asterisk administration, they're letting these people in by the thousands, hundreds of thousands, diseased, criminals. We're paying to take care of them. They're spreading them completely through the country. Of course, that's going to expand their voting base. If this illness is legitimate, what is it? Depopulation? That they're sending all these people in amongst us. It's just nuts. But I digress. Let me get back to Afghanistan. In addition to the lives that were wasted and ruined, and I don't want to insult the military when I use the word wasted, but that's what this government did. They wasted their lives. We, the people, citizens, appreciate what those folks did more than I am able to articulate. But the U.S. government, they're sitting there saying, "Well, it's not our fault." What are you doing about it? They had to send more soldiers in to rescue the few soldiers that were trying to get out, and the embassy people. But I want to talk about money a little bit because we borrowed $2.25 trillion with a T dollars over the last 20 years to fight this war. And I fell across a little article about what this thing's really going to cost. Now, the folks that did come home wounded and maimed, their estimated health care is going to cost between $1.5 to $1.8 trillion. And that cost is going to peak after 2048. See, these are young people. I'm not going to be around 2048, but these folks still have to be taken care of. So you're looking at $2.25 borrowed to fight the war. You're looking at another basic $2 trillion. So that's $4 trillion. And of course, all this money was borrowed. So the interest we've paid on this loan to date is $925 billion, almost $1 trillion. In 9 years, 2030, we will have paid $2 trillion in interest. And in 2050, you kids and you grandkids will have paid $6.5 trillion. So we're looking at an $11 trillion war. And we're pulling out, and the place is in worse shape by far than it was when we got there. And Joe Biden last week said it was all going to be fine. But you see, the problem with Joe Biden, this man doesn't have the mental capacity to lie. You can tell that by looking at him. If you watch this man talk, even when it's supposed to be an impromptu question, he's either reading off a teleprompter, you can see he's reading, or else he's got this really weird vacant. Have you ever noticed how his eyes open up real wide, but they're not seeing anything? I don't know how. I don't know how they program him to even talk. I don't know. Excuse me. This is a mess, and every single citizen of this country should be pissed off. Veterans, active duty service people, I apologize. From the bottom of my heart is breaking for you guys. To be used like this for nothing. I can't get over it. I can't get over it. I want to say to all of you that, the guys in the military, you all know what the government thinks of you, but us citizens, this is a shock. This is a shock. And hey, man, I want you all to know, there's going to be a time, and I'm afraid that time's not too far away, where I hope you folks will realize and know, and I think you do, what the government thinks of you. But I want you all to strongly consider what we citizens think of you, because we love you. We thank God for you. And man, at this point, we are pissed off for you. So remember who your friends are. Because if you don't, we're going to be ground beneath the tyrant's boot heel only because we're demanding justice. So things have got to change. I think things are going to change. I don't see it right now. I'm very impatient. I'm very frustrated, but I don't know, man. I just had to talk about this. It's going to be a mess over there. You're going to see murders, just wholesale murders, people lined up in the streets and shot. You're going to see homosexuals thrown off the tops of buildings. You're going to see ladies, killed and raped. Excuse me, because they won't cover their faces. Oh, the place is going to go back in time to a place where we can't even imagine. It's going to be so savage over there. And Joe, you're on vacation, man. You gonna come back to work tomorrow? We'll see what we got to do about this, huh? All right. Hey, listen, my throat's all dry. I've been really lazy about getting on here and talking to you guys, but I'm gonna change that. Yeah, he said. But really, I've got to get busier and do a better job here. And appreciate you guys coming in. Really, I love everybody that's going to see this. Now, listen, I do want to say this. I just found out this show here that I'm doing is the most popular internet talk show on the internet. But my problem is that only like 15 or 20 people know about it. So if you guys subscribe, like, share the hell out of it, please. Get people watching. And you all go to my YouTube channel, Truth with Tom. 3 words, all caps. Subscribe and get the notifications when I'm going to be on. And I'm going to be on. If nothing else, I'll just sit here and tell jokes. All right. Our military, we love you. We need you. And we need you on our side. And to the rest of you, the couple of you that are still up, have a great rest of the night. And love you all. All right. Have a good night. This is Truth with Tom signing off.